because Izzy will kill me. So we've got a really interesting day today. Really, really interesting. I'm gonna do something today that I haven't done before. So you're test monkeys today in a way. So there's another small webinar that I've done in the past called Advanced SEO. And I've never really done it on this, but it seems like you guys are really getting to grips with it. So I'm going to I'm going to kind of push that through and show you, because it shows you more strategy than how to do SEO. It's the thought process behind kind of some SEO and what you're doing. So I will speak about that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put everybody on mute. Just wait for the last stragglers to come in. So before I do that, let me just... So today is the last day of a group session, okay? The reason we do that, tomorrow, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do some Zoom calls with people, individuals, and speak more specific about their website. So I'm just going to put my website address in there. If you want to just kind of go on there, go to kind of book a session, and you can book a time with either with myself or my business partner, Joe. Some of you know Joe, I've spoken to him before and whatever. Make sure you book yourselves in, because what we're going to do is we're going to sit down, we're going to open your website, and we're going to talk about the technical side of your website. Are there any breakages? What's your authority? What you need to do, and kind of help you independently put a strategy together for you. That's a bit harder to do when there's everybody on the call, because you'll be sitting there listening to somebody else's strategy. There's 40 people on the call. By the time you get round to you've most probably fallen asleep. Claire's saying that she doesn't have any sound. Just open a window, Claire, because, well, you can't hear me say this, but open a window. I speak so loud, you most probably can hear me from Milton Keynes anyway. Sorry. It's snowing. It's actually snowing. I'm in Essex. That's just completely freaks me out.
It's snowing in London as well. It's crazy. Why?
Yeah.
How?
It was beautiful this morning.
I'm in Essex too. It's not snowing here.
Whereabouts are you, buddy?
Goodmayth.
Okay, so I'm in Colchester.
Ah, okay.
So
it was supposed to snow though.
Yeah, well, I'm in London all day today, and that kind of takes me away from the suit that I was going to wear, because it might be a bit too bloody cold now. So, well, I'll shut my window again. Techies don't like light anyway, so shut my curtains again so I can see. Right, like I say, so now we've come to the last kind of group Zoom session of the day. Yeah, of the week. Thank you so much for coming up to this point. I hope that you've learned an incredible amount. Today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about authority and some strategy. Okay, so a strategy of how you actually run an SEO campaign in a way. And so, simple. I am just waiting for an email. Ah, there we go. So, here we go. Where are we? Where you gone? There. So today, the first thing that we're going to talk about is authority. Okay, so every website in the world has an authority score, and I'm just going to share my screen. So this is what I've been working on this morning. So let's see where targetsuppliers.co.uk. Let's. I say SEMrush is the best tool you can ever have. You can do so much with it. It's always slower when you want to show people, which is slightly annoying. Okay, it's gone for HC Media Group. So there we go. So the HC Media Group score is 19. Okay, so 0 to 10 is rubbish. 10 to 20 is okay. 20 to 30 is great. 30 to 40 is amazing. 40 plus is incredible. Talk, I do quite a lot with. They're 42 to 44. Okay, so you want to get kind of the 15 to 25 mark, which is absolutely great. And the way that you do that is you do that by getting backlinks to the website. So Google will say, you know, yeah, if you a website says they trust you by putting some information on their website, they link it through to you, and you got the rankings. So what I want to do is I just want to show you a couple. So here is, let me show you one that we've got for HC Media. This is the live placement. So this is Inside Ken. 3 things to consider when picking a digital marketing agency. Is that relevant? Well, yeah, it is. And within here, there will be a link, PPC marketing. There we go. Oh, that goes to the search engine land, digital marketing agency in Essex. There you go. That links to our homepage. Now, Google looks at this and goes, well, Inside Kent, which is clearly a strong magazine, has turned around and said 3 things to consider when picking a digital marketing agency, and they link it through to us. Well, obviously, what that does is that gives us some credibility, because Google goes, well, if they think they're good, then they think they're good. I'm just, it boosts your trust score. So that is how authority works. So if we actually want to go out and get authority, then we need to just outreach to different places. So I'm just going to stop share. I'm just going to run through this other presentation that I've got, which will hopefully explain it a bit. It's so easy to talk about that it doesn't actually take much, if that makes sense, because all you need to do is go on to websites and say, can you feature me? Where am I? Slideshow from the beginning. Got a question. Do you need to pay for backlinks? Yes, sometimes, and no, sometimes. It depends. The best way to get backlinks is PR. Going out, running competitions, doing stuff, donating to charity, being in the public eye, and then people will write about you for free, but then obviously you're paying in another way. With what we do, your SEO budget, if you go to an SEO agency, your SEO budget, yes, what they do is, we would pay for somebody to write a backlink on their website. So this is, it's a pay-to-play kind of game, this section. I'm not going to go through all of this spiel, apart from that page. One page, one service. I'm pretty sure you've all had that drilled into your head by now. So, advanced SEO, how Google spiders crawl the website and how we can help them. So forget that we're talking about authority. Okay, forget that we're talking about authority at all. Remember, I talked about the sitemap and one page, one service. And I was saying that the reason that we do that is to help the spiders crawl the website. Well, actually, we do something else because of that. Or as well as that. As you remember, this is your sitemap. You've got your homepage at the top, then you've got your category pages underneath, and then you've got your, your individual product pages and things like that. And what you want to do is you want to help all the spiders get around as much as we can. Now, everybody just close your eyes right now, right? As we're talking, just close your eyes and imagine a body, a human body without any skin. All you can see is veins going from your head to your toes, to your elbow, to your knee, through all your muscles and everything. Now, just imagine that nothing goes to your left arm. What happens? Well, your left arm stops working. Your website is exactly the same. So we've created everything. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that they're all it's called interlinking, and the veins connect throughout the whole website. So if you see on a lot of websites, you look at it and it clicks through in the content to the next page. And this is how it looks. Well, actually, when you go to a website. So this is my old website. We've just changed, but I thought it was good. Those words in pink actually link to those specific pages. So digital marketing agency links back to the homepage. Local SEO links to the local SEO page. E-commerce SEO links to the e-commerce SEO page, and so on. And what that does, it does two things. It allows the Google spiders to go from one page to another very, very quickly. Now you're thinking, hang on, today's about authority. How, why are we talking about interlinking? And the reason is because we call it link juice, your authority. But for this example, let's call it blood. You want the blood to go through your whole website. And if you do the interlinking and all the Google spiders can go through your whole website, the blood can go through the whole website. So on this is done for two reasons, the interlinking. On the left-hand side, you can see the link juice flow or the blood flow, right? It goes from page 1 to 2 to 3. And what it does, it gives every single page authority. It gives every single page the strength to stand up and say, hi, I'm here. So actually, what you're doing, if you do SEO, the on-page SEO without the authority, you've created a Frankenstein, but he's laying on the bed, and you need the blood to kind of wake him up, go through the veins, and then he will sit up and kind of be noticed. So this is one of the it is the quickest way to grow your website. It is the quickest way. And the first thing that I look at when I take a new website on, the first thing that I look at, right, is page titles, meta descriptions, headers, making sure it's all one page, one service, and make sure the whole website's interlinked. And that's the quick win. If it's all interlinked, you will, and you've already got authority, and most websites have got some, unless it's brand new. If it's up to a year old, you won't have, but anything over there, you'll naturally have authority. Your link from Facebook to your website is a backlink. Your Google My Business to your website is a backlink. If you're on Yale.com, it is a backlink. So, all these little things help as well. We've talked about schema markup, so I'm not going to kind of go through that. So I just want to talk about a backlink strategy. And what it is other websites that are trusted by Google pushing their authority to you. It's like a blood transfusion. They're a blood donor. Okay, they're sitting next to you with their blood drips, and here, have some of mine. Now, if it's good blood, Google's going to like that. If it's bad blood, oh no, I don't think there's bad blood in the real world, but you kind of get what I'm saying. So, in terms of strategy, this is what I kind of look at all the time. So this is a really old campaign, actually. And this is something that I do on a regular basis. So I'd run your statistics. So here we can see trailer wheels. It's a keyword that is on the website that we're tracking. And there's a search for 1,600 people every single month. And we're in position 10. Okay. Now I want to get that up. I want to get that up into, position 5, position 4, position 3, position 2. So what I do is I get someone to write a blog on their website about trailer wheels. I link that to the trailer wheels page. One page, one service. There's no mistake. There's no confusion. The keyword that they use that links over is trailer wheels. So I've got one page, one service talking about trailer wheels. I've get someone to write a blog about trailer wheels. They link it to my page that's called trailer wheels using the keyword trailer wheels. What word is Google going to trust me for? They're going to trust me for the term trailer wheels. So that will push up that keyword into position 4 or 5 or 3 and whatnot. But you can't do this if you are not one page, one service. And you can't do this if your website's not correctly laid out. A backlink is your spinach in a way. And that's what it does. Obviously, you can see here that the work I was doing on TalkTalk. It is all about, giving the nitrous, the spinach, the blood, whatever you want to call it. Authority is the difference. Okay, let's be honest about this and be very, very clear. Your website can be one page, one service, can have all the content on it, can have the schema on it, and all your page titles and everything is very, very relevant. And all your on page is absolutely nailed and super. Your competitor is exactly the same. Which one ranks higher? Well, the one that's got more authority. So this is the bit that really matters. So the way that you get this is, one, by understanding what keywords you want to push, and it's called outreach. You reach out to people. Okay, if you see your competitor being featured on a certain website, phone up that website and say, right, I see my competitors on here. I want to be featured on here. How can I be so? And this is the bit that a lot of SEO people don't understand, is actually getting out there, and it's getting your authority into the website that makes the difference. And if you're not getting authority into your website, then it's not good. So I've got something else to show you just in a minute, but I don't want to confuse you too much just yet. Have we got any questions? Questions now about what backlinks are, or how to get authority, or anything like that? No. Okay. I'm confused. So, okay, yeah, we've got a couple coming in. How does Google know that the host of the link is trustworthy? Because of the trust score that website have. Okay, the trust, every website's got a trust score, and Google knows what that trust score is. So I use SEMrush to see what it is before, before you link it. So if I've taken on a website and previous manager paid for awful backlinks, what can be done? So this is called a Google disavow. And this happens a lot, okay? So people purchase really bad backlinks. I showed her right at the beginning on the first day, a friend of mine, Ronak, had purchased like 1,000 backlinks for £49 and he just got rubbish. It's called a Google disavow. And a Google disavow is you have to go through backlink by backlink, every single one, and find out if they're good or they're bad. And if they're bad, we need to remove them, okay? You do need to go to a specialist for that. Obviously, I can help you, but you do need to go for a specialist with that. And you know that's really what you need to do. And to be honest, that's what I'm just about to show in a second. I'm going to go more into depth with that. Dana, do you help with backlinks? Of course, yeah. It's one of the things. I've got 15,000 website connections at the moment. So we just filter it. I know what industry you're in. I filter it, find the right people. I know their authority already. I can just reach out. It's easier for us because obviously we've got that database of, people that accept backlinks, and things like that. This is another crucial thing. It needs to be relevant. Okay. There's no point, obviously you're kind of IT and things like that. There's no point being on a plumber's website, because Google's going to go, what the hell's a plumber got to do? It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. So we need to make sure that the backlinks that you get are relevant. Carolina, how get backlinks? You reach out. You speak to people. Please, 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 please do not go on something like Fiverr or, Upwork or something like that and purchase them really, really cheap. And a decent backlink will cost you about 200 to 250 quid. Now, if you're buying, backlinks for 50 quid or whatever, they are going to be rubbish. And actually what that does is that gives less value, and you'll have to clear them out in the end anyway. People kind of suck on the fact that, people go, I need backlinks. I need them as cheap as possible. And they go out. It is all about quality with backlinks, not about number. Okay. You can have one quality backlink that will do better than 1,000 poor backlinks. So if you get a backlink from a .gov website, you're straight up. That's straight up there. Do you get backlink from posting your website link in a Facebook group? Yes, but only once. Okay. The domain so there's two things. There's referring domains and there's backlinks, and you'll get X amount of backlinks from referring domains. So say you've got 20 links on Facebook, it only counts once. A great way to do this is forums. Okay, going onto forums, but you've got to be careful with forums, because if on those forums they're also talking about drugs, violence, pornography, and things like that, Google will flag that up and bring their score right down, which means you're affected. So if you're going onto forums, make sure that they are relevant to your industry. So I could go onto an SEO forum or a website build forum, and I know I'm pretty safe. Just don't go onto a generic forum and go, oh, I'm just going to write about my website. So that is one way that you can do it. If you have two different websites, can I link them together? Yes, but if the other one's got no authority, no blood, it doesn't matter. You've got to have the blood. You've got to have the authority first. So they've got to be good, strong websites linking to you. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Loads of questions coming in. Can anyone use your website and backlink to you without your knowledge? Yes. This is why when you get to a certain stage, as you are, Veronica, your SEO agency should be looking at your backlink profile monthly and doing a monthly disavow, just getting rid of it, because you're going to have organic links. As an example, forums. You know, if one of your customers is on a forum and they go, oh yeah, this is brilliant, I've been here before, and they comment on you, that's really good that they're promoting you, but actually it might be on a forum that's got a negative score. So you need to kind of, you know, get, obviously the smaller brands that not really known that well, they're not going to have that kind of stuff. Also, I have seen it, people paying for dirty backlinks to their competitors to bring them down. I have seen that quite a lot. It's a dirty game. I don't like it personally. I've had to clear it up quite a lot of times, but you just don't know. Anybody can link to your website. Do you put backlinks to your clients? Yes, that's one of the biggest elements of an SEO campaign. All of our clients get backlinks. Do I get backlinks being on various coaching directories? Yes, Claire. Actually, that is their directories aren't called backlinks, they're called citations, but it is still the same kind of thing. The first campaign, what I always do, the first month of the campaign, always do some citations myself, which kind of drills in very much like the schema local business, it drills down. So yes, you can do that, but obviously make sure that they're relevant, you know, directories. Don't go stupid. You know, yeah, Yellow Pages, Yell, Thompson Local, all those, they're really good. One directory that is actually really good is the Sun. So you can get on the Sun directory, because obviously they've got an incredible, the Sun newspaper, they have got a directory, and they're really good. Debbie, how do you track where competitors are advertising? SEMrush. I keep track of all competitors through SEMrush. I can do a report. I'm going to show you in a second something, okay, which kind of looks at this. I can look into the backlink profile of any website. I can see if you've got a high toxic score, which I'll go into, and I can see what your competitors are doing. So as an SEO agency, actually, I can look into your competitors and go, oh, they're there. That's really good. For you, obviously, I guess it's just searching your competitors and going on Google. If you don't want to invest into SEMrush, you go on there and you really kind of push it out a bit more. Helen, when you mentioned free backlinks, is that your link from Facebook, Twitter, business, any other free ones? Yeah, I mean, there's, like I say, directories are really good free ones. You know, your Facebook, you know, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Make sure you have some videos on YouTube that link back to your website, because who owns YouTube? Google. So that is a huge, it's a backlink, huge win on there. There's loads of places. The best, the free ones are the local press. You know, they'll do it for free, but you've got to have a good story to tell. So if you can get those kind of things, that's great. Apart from backlinks, what else gives your authority to your website? Domain age. And so the longer you're about, so I had a client a few months ago. We just done a one-off thing for him, and he had a domain authority about 36. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Like, how many backlinks? He goes, I've never had a backlink in my life. And what it is, his website was 20 years old, and it, you know, obviously he kept on updating it, but the domain name was 20 years old, and Google goes, if you've been around that long, you know, you're obviously good. So, you know, age and good content as well on your website. That's one of the very bottom ranking factors. Good content for authority. Obviously, content for library is high, but for authority, it works. How, Helen, how often should backlinks be checked and make sure any bad ones are removed? It depends on the site, how many backlinks you get, and you know, what's happening really. You know, if you only have 1 or 2 backlinks a month, you know, then every 6 months. If some websites are getting 200-300 a month, then you need to check it out every month. So that really all depends. How do you apply a backlink? You just literally hyperlink it, hover over it, little paperclip links it to your website. Emma, how do I check my website backlinks? I'm going to go through that in a second. Sabrina, is it just 3 keywords? Yes, it's the keyword that you want to rank for. Claire, can you do backlinks to our website? Is that where you have the video? Yeah, I mean, backlinks you can get from, obviously, that's one of the services that we offer is backlinks. If you go onto our website, you can buy just a backlink. The cost of backlinks all differ compared to the authority. So if you want a domain authority 20, then it's one cost. You can have domain authority 30, 40, 50, 80. I can get you into the Huffington Post, right, which is a domain authority of 98. If you get this one backlink, it will change your life forever. It's 25 grand because they know how much value it is. So to get featured on there is 25 grand, So, you've got to weigh up the pros and the cons. I have got a client that's just buying one. We're in the middle of doing the deal with Huffington Post now because he's like, okay, my average basket value is 4 grand. I only need like 5 or 6 sales. And then that's kind of paid back. And being featured in the Huffington Post is huge. So there's that kind of stuff. Is that where you have the video on YouTube that plays on your website page? No, it's a video. I mean, you can do that as well, but it's the thing. Carolina 2,500. I don't know what you mean by that. By that statement. So yeah, with YouTube having the video and then the content within the video, like on the thing linking to. So no, you can get backlinks. Sorry, Carolina, you can get backlinks for as less than 250 quid. And no, the backlink I just mentioned was 25 grand. £25,000 for one backlink. They start at about 200, 250 quid. But the more value that is going to bring your site, they know that they can charge more. So you need to kind of balance it out. Again, I can get you on Wikipedia, if you've got enough, which Wikipedia is one of the best backlinks in the world. That's not even 25 grand. I think that's about 8 or 9 grand, I believe, to be able to get somebody to kind of get you on there. Because if you've tried to get on Wikipedia, you pretty much can't. So someone goes through the process and delivers everything to get you on. I think it's about 8 or 9 grand, if I'm right. But yeah, I mean, that's top level stuff. Veronica, it's like inadvertently advertising. It is. What we do when we get featured on a backlink, I share it on social media. Go, oh, look, we've been featured here, which is great because then people, see us and get trained and things like that. So what I just want to go to now is I'm just going to open up a backlink profile, and I will show you how basically to how to judge if it's any good. No, stop share. That's not what I wanted to share. Why is it doing that? Can everybody see my the website, the SEMrush?
Yes.
Or is it, yeah, superb. So this is someone that I'm working on at the moment, and this is absolutely perfect. So they've got 866 websites that point to their website. Out of this 866, they're linked 4,592 times. And they've got an authority score of 44, which is great. Absolutely great. But 35% of those are toxic, which means they're spammy, they're no good. And another 16% are potentially toxic. So Google is going, oh, actually, not sure about these. And 48% are fine, absolutely fine. And it says here, hi, your backlink profile looks dangerous. So either says low, medium, or high real toxicity score. This tells me that Google is soon to lose trust in this website because of who it's associated with. If they lose trust because of who they're associated with, you get something called a Google penalty, which wipes you off Google altogether.
I don't know how to help with that.
Ironically, my Google Home Hub has just told me that I don't know how to help with a Google penalty, which is quite ironic. But you're going to get a Google penalty. If you get a Google penalty, you are wiped off of Google completely. Okay. The only way to come back is by changing your domain name and changing server. So this is very, very critical. If you're like, with all respect, if you're just starting out, you've not done SEO, you haven't got a big brand, you don't need to worry about this at all. Okay, it's only when you get bigger and you get lots of backlinks. Now, the backlink authority, what you've got to remember is if I get a backlink from joeblogs.com tomorrow and it's got an authority score of 40, my authority goes up. So we look at joeblogs.com. How do they get authority score? Well, it's from the backlinks that they get. So if their backlinks are now, if they start getting backlinks of poor quality, their score comes down. Guess what? My score comes down also. So this is why you've got to keep on it all the time. If I click on the audit section.
Sorry, Chris, just a question. Did you mention that only concerns bigger businesses?
Yes, yeah. If you've got kind of like 500 backlinks or more, I would say, Veronica, you're definitely in that, in that field. But you need to be very careful. Basically,
do I need to be worried now because mine came up really high as well?
That's why we need to speak tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it is a concern that your SEO agency are not looking after it. Yes. So looking at the audit, so here I can see every single backlink that this website has got. So I've just run an audit. Okay, so I can do this on absolutely anybody. I run an audit, and it tells me the toxicity score. Well, out of 100, this is 100% toxic. Well, do we get rid of that? Yes. So I can go through, I mean, you can see, the amount that this one has got. So I need to go one by one and kind of remove these from the Google profile. So what I want to kind of get to on this, okay, backlinks are the blood of the website. You need to get the backlinks to the site, but you need to be careful as you do it, making sure that the right ones, because if you associate yourself with the wrong ones, actually it does more damage. So you just need to be careful. Sorry, did someone just try and say something there? Did I cut them off? So got a question here from Georgie. How do you remove a link? So you do something called a Google disavow, and it's a document that you put together in a TXT file, and you upload it to the Google Search Console, which I'm going to talk about Google Search Console in a minute. And it really just basically tells Google, I'm not associated. It doesn't break the link. So if someone's on that website and they click it and they come to your website, it still flows through. So if any traffic comes from there, you're still going to get that. But just says to Google, whoa, I'm not associated with them. Like, don't put me in the same box. I'm over here. I don't want to be associated. So they just kind of tip the hat, nod at you, go, okay, I get that. Right. So thing. Is backlinks effective for SEO only? If you want to pay for Google Ads, do you need backlinks too? No. Google Ads is Google PPC. You're just renting the space at the top. You don't need backlinks for that. But then obviously you're paying for, you're basically paying Google to cheat and get to the top, quickly, really. So this is why usually I used to do this bit on day 5. But actually what I thought is that let's do this on day 4, because when you contact me and we go through your website, I'm going to check your authority score. I'm going to check your backlink profile. I'm going to see how many backlinks you've got. And if there's anything that needs to happen. So please feel free to contact us and we'll make sure that we get that done. And see what your authority score is. And if you need new backlinks to it, or if you need to kind of disavow stuff. See, this is a great course, isn't it? Completely free as well. Crazy. I think that's it. I like it's in kind of education side. It's that's it. Any questions? Stick the questions in. I'll got I could answer them. Claire, do you use SEMrush Pro or Guru? Neither. I use Agency. But the only difference is the amount of websites you can check at any one time. Tyler, how can you check your backlinks without SEMrush? Brilliant question. This kind of leads me to something that I just said I was going to talk about, then I forgot. Everybody should have something called, and write this down, please write this down, this is very, very important, something called a Google Search Console. It's the Google Search Console. This is where you tell Google you're alive. Okay, it's completely free. You set up an account and you put your website in there, you press crawl, you force Google to crawl your website. If there is any errors or if you're close to a Google penalty, you will get an email from the Google Search Console to say your website is at risk. Okay, so you need to be able to make sure you get a Google Search Console, make sure that you're checking it regularly. Going in there, checking it regularly. You upload your sitemap, which it tells you how to do it. You just download it from Yoast or Wix, upload it as an Excel document or a CSV file, and it remembers you, and then it kind of crawls. There was a question the other day about indexing. Are we going to talk about that? Yeah, that is indexing. It's going to Google and saying, hey, this is my website, please crawl it. What you should do, best practice, is do it monthly. Because if you add any more blogs, you want Google to crawl your website again and keep getting used to it. So you keep kind of like pushing it down the drain, really. So great question, buddy. Great question. Have we got any more? I can hear some people typing. There must be some more. But I think we've gone through quite a lot of questions, actually. Carolina, does SEO gives you organic growth only? Yes, it does give you organic growth only, but it also does help your PPC, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your BNI, absolutely everything. Because you're doing your SEO, and what you're doing is you're improving your content. You're improving your imagery. You're improving the customer journey. So every single campaign that you do will get a better conversion because you've done your SEO. I've got a master's in digital marketing, okay? So I can do that, and I can go, I understand every single marketing channel. I've written strategies for Visa, EU, Vodafone, Butlins, National Trust, Clarence, and hundreds of smaller brands as well. SEO, I always start with it. It is the foundation. It's the foundation of all marketing. You get your SEO right, the structure right, and then you build on that. James, you're currently relaunching your website and changing things about. Can we chat in a couple of weeks? Of course we can. Obviously, I want to chat with you also, because what we do with a lot of web developers is that we work closely with those at white labels. So actually, we'll do the sitemap and the content. You know, you upsell it. You say that we can now do sitemaps and SEO content and SEO optimize. You pass it to us. We do that in the back office. Send it back to you, and you put it on the website. We do that with a number of different website developers. So it's a bit of extra money there for you, buddy. So yeah, get in touch when you're free, and we can help. Hillary, you know, you're building yours. Of course, you know, our ethos of helping people and doing the checks isn't just because of this course. Okay, the reason I do this course is to build up a relationship that you guys trust me enough to check your websites and talk to you about the marketing and whatnot. So feel free at any time, you know, even if it's not your website, even if you're, you know, speaking to your friends and they're saying, I'm struggling with it. So go here, go and speak to them. Drop us a message. We will always, we never charge for a basic audit. Obviously, if we need to go advanced audit, then there's a fee. But for a basic audit of telling you, you know, how you're ranking and what's kind of needed, we're never going to charge. Never going to charge for that whatsoever. So I just want to scale back right to the beginning. Okay, just as a conclusion. SEO is simple. Okay, it's all about organizing in the right place. Make sure one page, one service. Make sure your content is one page, one service. Make sure your schema is one page, one service. Make sure your backlinks are going to one page, one service. And make sure all those pages are interlinked. That's it. Carolina, I need to pass on this presentation to the director so in allocate SEO budget so I can contact you in a couple of weeks. Of course you can. And obviously if you want me to do a one-to-one with your director and kind of talk around that's not a problem as well. You know, we're more than happy to help. So for now, that is it. That is it. You're at the end of the course, apart from obviously there's the one-to-one. Feel free to contact us at any point. One thing that we can do actually, let me just get this. You don't ask. Claire says, is SEMrush worth the investment? Without a shadow of a doubt. Go on, Veronica. I can see you've got your hand raised.
Yeah, it's just about tomorrow. I did email a request through your website yesterday, but I didn't get anything back.
Sorry. It's in my diary.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. I was busy yesterday. I put it straight into my diary. So yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Superb. And all the others, I've seen all the others as well. Some of them are with my business partner Joe. Some are with me. Obviously, so we can get to thing. So the last thing, if you don't ask, you don't get. Could you please leave me a Google review? You know, I've put the link in there. Leave me a Google review. Let me know what you think of the course. That would be really helpful, because guess what? Google My Business is a backlink. So if you get to do that, you know, that is great. You know, get people onto your Google My Business thing. A few questions just come in. Don't forget to alter my Zoom settings. Thanks. I'll get to do that. Does it need to be tomorrow? Could it be arranged for next week? Next week's fine. Next week's fine. When you're ready. I'm only saying that tomorrow because obviously it's a 5-day challenge. We've done 4 days, and I kind of book out the 5th day to do the one-to-ones. If you can't do tomorrow, that's great. You know, don't worry about it. Book it in whenever you want. But the only reason I push it is obviously, you know, because we advertise it as the 5 days. And so, yeah, I'm glad you guys have enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed meeting you all. Thank you so much. And there's a lot coming. So on the 1st of May, I will be doing this course again. So my next time is the 1st of May. So you can always come back if you want to get to certain thing. You can come back. That's not a problem. But on the 1st of May, I am launching my book, even though it is already on Amazon. I'm launching my new podcast. So my podcast is full of rich information about, Facebook advertising, SEO, PPC, websites. It's called Website Sales Machine. And I'll also be launching a online kind of course with all my webinars in one place. So you can go there and kind of learn at any time. And all of that's coming. I'm building it all. Here's my microphone for the podcast. I'm going to be doing some later on today. So there's lots going. But for now, thank you so much. If you could leave me with a review, and I will speak to you all very, very shortly. See you later.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks.
Hey, Chris, just a quick one.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just wondering, what was the link to your calendar?
If you just go to HC Media Group.
Yeah.
And just it pops up with a chat box, and you can go through there, or just go on the contact us page.
Got it. That's great. Thanks. Appreciate your time as well. It's been a great course.
Superb. Thanks for having me.